best quarterback in the divisional round. Chris, I'll let you go first on this one.
Well, we saw a lot of good play here. I mean, again, Matthew Stafford probably still not getting enough credit for the way he played in that football game. But I'm going to go with Josh Allen. I mean, it's Mahomes or Allen. That was almost perfection by either one. I'll go with Allen because I feel like I know they didn't win the game. I feel like he made more jaw-dropping plays. I feel like what I guess I look at is I feel like he was under more pressure, and he made more with less maybe than Mahomes. And listen to me, I'm not saying that lightly. Mahomes is magic. But I do think that Josh Allen had to deal with Chris Jones and Frank Clark and Melvin Ingram more than Mahomes had to deal with people we can't really name that were getting pressure on him during the game because he didn't get a ton of pressure. He did a great job of buying time in the pocket and all of that. But, man, Allen had so many plays where nobody open or pressure, and he still made something happen. That's where I'll give him just a slight edge over Mahomes.
Well, and Mahomes and Allen, obviously the best duel of the weekend. Allen gave us a glimpse of what he can be all the time.
Yes,
if
that's
they
right.
can get the team around him where he can be that guy all the time. Not that I want to see him put his head down and run for a first down in Week 7.
Yeah,
but if we saw it last year, and remember all those people who were like, "Oh, he's going to regress this year," and then he kind of did, but it wasn't his fault.
Right.
What we saw on Sunday night was not regression by Josh Allen. It was ascension by Josh Allen, and it underscores the obligation of Brandon Beane, the GM of the team, Sean McDermott, the head coach of the team, to get the pieces around him. Don't just let it become Aaron Rodgers and his band of merry men.
That's right.
It's got to be more like the Chiefs with the full complement of guys who can get it done and a defense that's good enough to make a stop in overtime of a playoff game so your guy can get onto the field unless and until they change the rules. You got to have a defense that can make a stop or you're never going to fulfill the potential of your quarterback. I want to give Matthew Stafford some love.
Yeah,
you
good.
mentioned him.
Do it.
Because look, I think we judge performance relative to what we expected. I didn't expect much. I didn't know what to expect. He'd never played in that round before. And here he comes with big throws in big spots, especially the one at the end of the game. For the life of me, I can't figure out why in the hell the Buccaneers ran the all-out blitz. And they talked about it yesterday, and the more they talk about it, the less sense it makes. They're better off just acting like it never happened and moving on because they can't explain their way out of this. And maybe the explanation is we didn't have a whole lot of respect for Matthew Stafford, and we thought if we pressured him, he'd fumble it or he'd throw an interception, and we'd be able to get a field goal and win because if we went to overtime, we weren't confident we were going to be able to keep him from scoring a touchdown if they won the coin toss. Maybe that's the explanation. We just thought we could get him to screw it up. And look at what happened. So relative to where we thought he was going to be, I didn't have a lot of faith. He was phenomenal, and he, in that one game, got the Rams beyond the level they had reached without him, justified the trade, and now positions them at home with the NFC Championship game to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did it, Mike. I mean, we got it. It's a guy that everybody's jumped on for no playoff wins and, not playing big in big moments. And here we are 2 weeks in a row. He was clearly the best quarterback on the field in both football games. Really never made it one play during Sunday afternoon where you went, ooh, man, that he got lucky there. Oh, well, he was lucky. I mean, it really was a clean football game throughout. And he made a lot. Again, the other thing, too, that, we preached it a little last week, even though it was only 17 pass attempts. It's the degree of difficulty of throws that are asked by him constantly. It's 50-yard post down the middle. It's whole shot down the right sideline for a 60-yard touchdown. It's crossing route 30 yards downfield. It's 20-yard out route. That's where I come away and go, that's what he's added to this football team. You can run the Jared Goff offense, but now you got a guy who's got a laser at right arm, and instead of having guys running short routes off these play action passes, they can send them deep and be dangerous, and I'm glad you gave him credit, man. I really am.
And you know what? Well, part of the reality of playing for a bad team, and we don't get to watch a whole lot of Matthew Stafford in prime time, and we haven't seen a lot good from his team around him.
That's right.
But he's got flashes of Mahomes. He's got flashes.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the way he can no look and sidearm and do all that stuff.
Yeah. He was doing Mahomes stuff before Mahomes. He probably was wondering back in 2018, 2019, what's the big deal? I've been doing this for years. It's just they don't put our games on TV except for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. No, again, I know we've talked about it. He's one of the most gifted throwers in the history of football. And I bet you that he has thrown just as many no-look passes as Patrick Mahomes. He does it all the time, but you're right. It doesn't get the notoriety because he was up there in Detroit and nobody gave a damn, really.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.